Hello, this is a summary of the Cultural Bridge to Classroom video project that was completed at QUT International College in 2007-2008. This was a suite of 8 trigger videos that were created to address the problems our pathway students were having going into QUT faculties. We identified 7 to 8 problem areas for students in student and staff surveys, and we focused our attention on those areas and trying to help students raise awareness of these issues and develop strategies to overcome them. The areas we looked at were learning in tutorials, referencing in assignments, organizing appointments and consultations and knowing the difference, asking questions in lectures, learning styles, time management, working in small groups, learning in tutorials, and there was another one, asking questions in class, in small classes, more for English language, ELICOS contexts. Okay, so these 7 trigger videos, each one lasted for about 5 minutes, and they were put on our college website for students outside the college to access, to see an example of the kinds of support services the college offered to students. So that was one place that the materials were hosted. In addition, we integrated these resources into our Blackboard sites in courses where they fit. So, for example, our EAP for direct entry courses where students were transitioning into faculty on a direct entry result, we integrated them into those courses. So the EAP units, for example, week 4 students are studying referencing. Week 5. Week 5, students are studying referencing. Not week 5. Referencing here at the beginning of the course in week 3. The video has been re-rendered in Adobe Captivate. Students are able to watch the entire video in Adobe Captivate, and they're embedded into their Blackboard site, and then answer quiz questions that raise awareness of some of the issues that students face with this particular skill. Also testing students' listening comprehension on some of the tips that were suggested in the video, and the correct answers with a review. So that was one way the videos were incorporated into the curriculum within a Blackboard site. The original video is there, of course, and also tip sheets just in PowerPoint that go through some of the key ideas that were presented in the video. So that was a very successful integration of the original trigger videos into the learning materials and the VLE that the students were exposed to. Another way that the videos have been used were in an online free English language MOOC. This was a project completed in 2013-14. The English language MOOC was an initiative of Trade and Investment Queensland and PIER Online, an online course company here in Brisbane, and all of the videos were added as a suite to the Pathways to Higher Learning section. So for example, we look at one there. The student enrolls in the MOOC and completes the video lessons. The video appears with the transcript, and that is teamed up with some short quizzes, again comprehension quizzes that the students complete. What the students said in the video about the academic contexts of their various countries and how those are different to Australia, and also some things that students need to think about when they're going into faculties and what they're expected to do in the various academic contexts that they will encounter. So those were hosted online in the free MOOC with the other videos, with a link to QUT at the completion of the lesson. So that's another way that the videos were used. An example of one of the videos, we look at referencing. We can see them there. So you can see a high degree of learner-centeredness in the video. It's not a teacher, a talking head. It's from the perspective of the students, the current students engaged in diploma and foundation pathways at the college and the kinds of problems the students are having. So the idea of the video lessons or trigger videos are for students to see themselves and to learn from peers who are experiencing the same problems. The idea of the video is not to tell students what they need to do, but for students to actually realize what they need to do through the experiences of other students and the mentoring of more advanced students. So all of the issues that students have, international students have transitioning to faculty, are brought up in the videos, and then students are asked within a tutorial lesson or a study skills lesson to think about possible reasons why the students are having problems and what students need to do with the guidance of the teacher or the tutor to be an effective student in Australia. So the videos are designed to trigger those kinds of discussions. And the questions that have been added in the MOOC context and the Blackboard context do exactly that. They try to get students to think about why the students are having problems and how it's a cultural disconnection that the student is experiencing and how they can develop strategies to overcome those problems. So thank you for listening to that short summary.